Dan, stick with us for a hot second here. We've got some breaking news that's been coming out.
If you've noticed us looking down at our computers a lot.
Monitoring some headlines a lot. Based on a CNBC report as of right now, the PGA Tour has agreed to merge with the Saudi-funded LIV Golf Tour, LIV. And we talk.
I love watching Dan's reaction in real time. Not that you cover these; these are not stocks, obviously.
But you and I we've been waiting for our Masters invitations for years at this point,
and they still haven't come.
Mine's in the mail. That's what they've been saying. I mean, your immediate reaction after you see a sport that we both follow having a major tie-up after years for the PGA taking so much criticism because of how quickly LIV has been able to take over some of the golfers, get fanfare for a tour that's got now some fans that are just looking for an experience that's more like a concert instead of like the country club.
Yeah, I think, but this is also a shock, right? Relative to obviously the controversy with the LIV Tour and a lot of core PGA professionals in terms of, with their stance, McIlroy being one of them. So I think this is something that we need to see ultimately the reaction, how this plays out. But I'd call this, just as a huge golf fan, an absolute shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what are the golfers going to do? How are they going to react to this, the ones who have been resistant to LIV?
And do you have multiple formats that live in tandem, no pun intended?
And then you have Mickelson, who's probably sitting there with a glass of champagne because ultimately this really was a big part of his sort of view.
Yeah, right now I imagine he's shaking up that champagne and just letting it rock everywhere right now. But yeah, the big news that's kind of been rattling through some of the social media landscape. We'll see if we get any more details around that. Dan, very wide-ranging conversation that it's turned out to be.
Great to be here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Dan Ives of Wedbush joining us here on set. We appreciate the time as always.